Hello, this is Fountain Pen World with a new video, and this time it's a review about the Admok M800 from China. This fountain pen had been launched maybe 9 to 10 months ago, and in the beginning the prices for this fountain pen were around up to $70. And I didn't buy this fountain pen at that time because simply I didn't believe that $70, spending $70 even with a Bock nib or Schmidt nib or whatever, is justified. My feelings are somewhat divided with this fountain pen. So after 9 months and many different reviews, which were quite positive about the fountain pen, I decided to pull the trigger. I bought it now at the price of roughly $38, and simply because I became curious, even though somebody told me not to buy it because of the bad quality. But this was his personal finding, and so I decided for a long time not to go for it. Now I pulled the trigger, and I have to say, within 5 days only, the parcel with this fountain pen arrived. So this is something very positive. Okay, let's go to the details a little bit. What I found, because this fountain pen was marked, and when it was launched, as the copy of a Pelikan M800. And by the way, the Chinese name of this fountain pen is Admok J800, not M800. Most probably some sellers decided, okay, make it more clear that we are going to sell a copy of a Pelikan M800, and that's why we call this Admok, also M800. So I bought this pen with the blue. By the way, it's roughly one and a half turn to open. This is 1 1¼ turn, so this is already very good. Close to the Pelikan Sovereign M800 series. So I bought this fountain pen with the blue, with a dark blue, light blue, a lot of swirls, chatoyances. Absolutely nice, very nice, I have to say. I doubt that this material is resin. I think it's plastic. Whatever kind of plastic, whatever quality of plastic, but it is in my when I touch it and when I go over it with my fingers, I don't believe that this is resin. What I found also out was, I did a measurement of the inside cap and outside, and this is only 1.4 millimeter material. Very, yeah, I would say flimsy, cheap. When looking to my ogiva, Majora ogiva, the material thickness is 2.4 millimeters. And there is no difference to the Pelikan original, the Sovereign. This is an M400, just to show the difference, because I do not own an M800. You see, it's quite a difference in length and also in girth. But I don't want to spend $700 or $800 for the original. In my book, much too much. And I wanted to go for the M400 simply because it's much more affordable. And it's, yeah, the original. When Pelikan came out, launched the Sovereign series, the Pelikan M400, it was the M400. And all other M600, M800 and M1000 came years, also decades later on the market. And one thing for me is when I talk about Pelikan, I talk about, or Pelikan Sovereign, I talk about this colors, this color giving. Green, black, striped. Or still acceptable in my book is the gray and black stripes, the Stresemann series or coloring. And we should not forget that Pelikan made from another material means they are made from celluloid. And that is a whole different world when we compare it to plastic or resin, something like that. Pelikans are gold-plated, and Pelikans are always equipped with a 14 or 18 karat gold nib. And of course, Pelikan nibs are something really special, absolutely really special. So put that aside for a little bit. When talking about this pen, in my book, it is absolutely no copy of a Pelikan. There are Junlei 630, I think, which with a flat top, like this one or the original Pelikan, flat finials, top and end. So they are also quite similar in dimensions, but none of them are sporting this color. Definitely not. And in my book, so let's call me a purist or somebody who is still caught in the past, but in my book, a Pelikan has this color, green black or gray black. Even all the other colors which came later, reflecting the market demand, are not my taste, but this is just purely me. So coming back to the Admok, as I said, it opens within 1¼ turns, which is very nice. This one has a Schmidt nib, also a quite good nib, absolutely. In F, it makes more, it makes more EF lines, I have to say. So let me try to give you a better picture. It's quite difficult to show you the nib and the coloring. Maybe we should go a little bit back with a zoom. Still the light doesn't work very well with it. Here we can see it a little bit better. That's great. The piston works okay, absolutely, no problem with that. And yeah, what else do I have to say? Posting, well, it's in my book, it's not recommended to post, simply because you have to push in the cap, or better to say the barrel into the cap. There is a sound, but I fear that the piston will be turned as well by the cap. And also I'm not sure if you, when you post it and post it securely, then when you retrieve it, you have to turn a little bit, and maybe that will damage, scratch the material, the colors and something like that. So it's not recommended to post it. It is possible, and it is not backweight, absolutely not. So in this regard, it's also close to a Pelikan. What I did is also a comparison between the measurements, and I made a little comparison. So here you can see, I hope you can see, on the left side is the Admok. This is my measures, and the right side shows the Pelikan measurements. They have been done by Goulet, and I simply took them out from their website. So in length and diameter, there are not so many or so big differences, but when it comes to the weight, capped and uncapped, so the Pelikan brings plus 5 gram, capped, and uncapped plus 6 gram, most probably because of the metal piston, the brass piston, which is built in the Pelikan. So as I said in the beginning, my feelings are a little bit divided, let's say. Because simply of the price. And I think that this fountain pen, which is well made, absolutely, there is nothing wrong with it. The only thing is, to me, and this is only purely driven by my preferences, it is very light. It feels somehow cheap in my hand, but that's only me. Other people may have completely different expectations and likes and dislikes. So this is my mileage, and your mileage may vary. What I also have to say, or want to say, is that the price compared to other Chinese pens, other Chinese brands like Hongdian, Mahjong, and Jinhao, Junlai maybe a little bit. They make also quality pens, absolutely well-made pens, writing out of the box. No problems with that. At least during the last year or the last 1.5 years, they did something on, especially on their F and EF nibs. So I think that this fountain pen from Admok is still overpriced, even though I only paid I paid $38 for it. But when looking to other Chinese brands, yeah, I have the feeling that the pen is overpriced. And of course, you cannot I think I cannot compare it to a Pelikan at all. So yes, the first impression with the rings, with the clip, yeah, okay, Pelikan, but the colors are different, the weight is different, the material is so different. So in my book, it's not really a Pelikan M800 Sovereign copy. As I said, this is my feeling, my understanding. So let's go to a little writing sample. Nothing special, but this is part of the show. Oh, I see again. This is really, really very, very much too light. I have to do something with the camera. Yeah, okay. Let's make it darker. And let's see what our pen, my pen, how it performs during writing. Admok M800, a Schmidt TT, Schmidt steel F. I would say it's producing lines more in the EF style. I didn't measure the lines with the Richard Binder charts, but from my experience I would say that's more EF than F. But I have no problem with that. I don't know why I suddenly prefer EF and F nibs when writing. 2 years ago, the nib couldn't be big enough. From B, double broad, oblique, broad and double broad, and of course stub nibs. I had to get them, and I adored them. And suddenly, I adored them, and suddenly, my taste changed from these big lines to small lines and very small lines. Let's do reverse writing. It keeps very good up, very well. And I guess this is more an accountant's line, an extra fine, XF or accountant line. The nib writes perfectly, so no problem at all with that. It's a good purchase. Is it a everyday writing pen? Yeah, I think so. If the pen quality, the material keeps up, it can be an everyday workhorse pen, especially with this small producing lines nib. And yeah, well, I am not unsatisfied with this Admok M800 or J800 as it is sold in China. There is also another model, the M or J400, which is announced as the copy of this Pelikan M400. So let's go a little bit with go back. Not sure if the writing sample can be read well, but I think it's okay. Yeah, coming back to the Admok J400, which is cheaper, I think maybe $15 to $20 now. But again, here, also with this model, as long as it is not, how to say, as long as it is not in coming in those colors, and I don't think that they are going to do a real copy with those colorings. Anyway, is it a good pen? No, it's okay, absolutely okay. It is not one of my most beloved fountain pens, which I got from China and also from Europe. Of course, it can't compete with the Italian pens. It can't compete with a Pelikan in my book. But it's a good writer. So that was it for today. Stay tuned. Soon I want to come up with with 2 more reviews about the Lemon M6. The copy of a Mont Blanc Le Petit Prince and the Majon V60. Okay, take care, catch you next time, see you next time, and always enjoy your fountain pens. Bye-bye.